Hello my lovely people, welcome to Tochi's page, welcome to Tochi's channel, depending on where you are watching this video from. If it is your first time of coming across this page called Tochi's page and you have been trying to conceive, don't worry, here will be your last bus stop. All you need to do is do what? Follow the page, like it, put on your notification bell and always share our video. The notification bell is very important because it enables you to know when I come live to teach or when I upload a new video. So in today's video, I want you guys to watch this video from the beginning to the end because I'm going to be sharing important tips. I want to share with you my experience, how I knew that I was pregnant before I missed my period. Are you ready to hear this experience? Are you ready to hear the story? And you will learn from this. A lot of you only know when you are pregnant when you go for a test. Some of you don't even know when you are pregnant, when the pregnancy is giving you signs. So I'm going to share with you, open your eyes, educate you, teach you, so that when you become pregnant, you will know. You don't need to bother yourself. You don't need to be asking, oh, am I pregnant? Even some people will be pregnant. When you tell them, they wouldn't know. I told you guys that after ovulation, 7 to 12 days is the process of implantation. Once the implantation have taken place, 2 days after, if you conduct a pregnancy test, it will show you positive, which means you are pregnant. You can say that pregnancy have occurred when the newly fertilized zygote implant successfully in your fallopian tube. So are you ready to hear my story? Let's get into there. So when I become pregnant initially, or according to the experience of other of my pregnancies, I always experience what is called implantation bleeding. Like I always tell you people that the number one sign of implantation is seeing the implantation bleeding. I would have put it here, but maybe Facebook do not allow those things. So the other of my pregnancies, I experience implantation bleeding. That is actually what helps me to know that I am pregnant. But this last one, I did not experience implantation bleeding. That is why my attention was not called earlier. So how do I know that I was now pregnant before my mixed periods? So the number one sign was I was feeling back pain. My back was hurting me seriously. I was thinking maybe my period wants to come out. But no, it's pregnancy. But I did not know because I was waiting, expecting to see implantation, which wasn't forthcoming. But I was experiencing a severe pains in my waist. You know, to the extent that I wanted to go to the hospital to find out why I am having such pain. Maybe my bones, my waist bone have problems. So at the process of doing this, so as I was preparing to go to orthopedic to know why I am experiencing such pain at my back, I now remember that my menstruation have not come for this month. I say, wow, does it mean that I'm pregnant? Just a try, and the thing clicked. So I said, okay, maybe I should give myself 2 days later that if it didn't come, then I have to conduct pregnancy test first before I start thinking of going to orthopedic. So after 2 days, I conducted pregnancy test and it came out clear. It happens that I am pregnant. So the reason why I'm sharing this experience is a lot of people may be waiting for implantation bleeding to know that they are pregnant. No, it's not everybody that experience implantation bleeding. Sometimes some people, when they see blood during their pregnancy, it means miscarriaging. But at the earlier of implantation, a lot of women experience what is called implantation bleeding when the new fertilized zygote is trying to implant in the uterus. There is a drop of blood. It's not going to be bleeding, but a drop of blood. Some people have lower abdominal cramping. You may have cramping. Me, when I had implantation bleeding sign, it goes together with the cramping that do not last for long. So this was the first thing that I didn't know initially because that was my first experience of my first experience of not having implantation bleeding when I am pregnant. So some people, why I'm treating this or I'm trying to share this experience is that I receive a lot of questions. Some people are asking me, I'm not seeing my implantation bleeding, does it mean that I'm not pregnant? No, it's not a must that everybody will see or will notice, will experience implantation bleeding. There are other signs of pregnancy that shows you are pregnant. For example, you might have high sensitive of smell, you might have breast tenderness, you may feel fatigue. These are the signs depending on the ones your body adapt to. My own, I see implantation, I have cramping, I have I am always sensitive, I can hear smell, and my breast is always tender. So these are the things. But this last pregnancy, I did not experience implantation bleeding because the baby decided to come with a surprise and another method. That is when I believe in this adage that said everybody have their own unique nature. So now when I conducted the test, I was like, how is it possible that I'm pregnant? I didn't experience implantation bleeding. That is the first thing that shows me that I'm pregnant. So after 6 weeks, I started fully. After 6 weeks now, the signs of pregnancy started, because first trimester in any of my pregnancy is not always easy. I often hear people say that when they are pregnant, they don't feel anyhow, they don't feel sick. My own, the first 3 months is just like, I wouldn't say it's a hell because it's a good thing, but it's not always easy for me. I'm always sick, vomiting, early morning sickness dealt with me. So when it got to 6 weeks, I was trying to go to hospital to check with ultrasound, but then the signs started. I started vomiting, early morning sickness, a high sensitivity. I can hear smell of things that I like eating before because enemy with me. So this was how I knew. I stopped going to the hospital until when I decide. So if you are trying to conceive and you don't know the signs of implantation, because implantation means that you are pregnant already. Once the egg is implanted successfully, attach itself to the uterus wall successfully, pregnancy have taken place. This is the time you will conduct pregnancy test. You will see it positive. And when do this happen? This happen 7 to 12 days post ovulation. That is after your ovulation, 12 days you will notice this. Between 7 to 12 days, because when the egg is fertilized, the egg will still be there until on day 4, this egg will start traveling to your fallopian tubes where they are going to implant. So on the 7th day, if they implant successfully, or between 7th to 12th day, if they implant successfully, then congratulations, you are pregnant. So this is how I know. If you have had such experience, maybe you are a TCC mother for secondary fertility. We have two types of infertility: primary and secondary infertility. Primary infertility is people who have not given birth before. Secondary infertility is people who have given birth before. Then when they are trying to conceive again, they find it difficult. This is what you call secondary infertility. It could be 2 children. Maybe after the two children, you want to give birth again, is secondary infertility. So if you have had the experience before, tell me, how do you feel? Do you have the same method, the same feeling when you had those children, or each of them differs? I hope you share from my story. I'll be waiting for your comments, your response in the comment section. Like I said before, please like our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also subscribe to our page. There's a subscription button that you can use to support this page, Tochi, if you like what I'm doing. If you are living in a European country and you don't support our page by subscribing, it's not good. So thank you so much. Until I meet you again in my next video. Bye bye.